Hi, my name is Francesca Pascali. I'm 21 years old, and I'm the creator of Phones Down, Friends Up, the social movement. But I'm not alone in this journey. My freshman year of college wasn't an easy adjustment, but it was a huge turning point in my life. Throughout this video, you'll see an amazing group of women that I was lucky enough to meet my freshman year of college. One of the most valuable lessons that we all came up with together was the concept of phones down, friends up. This phrase that I welcome everybody to use and adapt into their vocabulary is a reminder to be fully present with one another and experience life's beautiful moments. So I challenge you, join the movement of phones down, friends up. Be aware, put your phone down or close the screen. Because when you do, there's a lot of beautiful moments that you see when you look up.
It's gonna be like documentary.
It's February 19th at almost
2024.
6:30, 2024.
It's a crazy moment. It's a crazy time of our lives, actually.
Where are we at?
Let's talk about it. Let's be present. Phones down. Throw your phone.
What?
Come on, couch.
Phones down.
I actually threw mine. Throw yours.
There it goes.
Okay.
See ya. What is your name and age?
My name is Isabella Cruz and I'm 21 years old.
My name is Avery Goen and I'm 21 years old.
My name is Babe Hanlon. I am 21 years old.
Hi, my name is Claire Adams and I am 21 years old.
My name is Grace Nelson and I'm 21 years old.
My name is Bella Zaramatitis and I'm 21 years old.
What was your first experience with phones down, friends up?
My first experience with Phones Down, Friends Up, if I can recall correctly, was sophomore year when all my 8 friends were living together in a townhouse lower west and we were all on our phones. And my friend Francesca said, Phones Down, Friends Up, and it all brought us together by being more present in each other's lives.
I think my first experience was when we were all at dinner and we just noticed that everyone was on our phone. And Fran decided to say phones down, friends up, and we all immediately put our phone down and just paid attention and got into conversation with one another. Since then, it's just been a reoccurring thing that we do if we're sitting on the couch at dinner, watching a movie, and everyone's on their phone. That's just something that we say now, and it gets everyone to be present and look up and be with their friends.
My first experience was our sophomore year of college when we were all sitting around our apartment in the dining room table and all of us were on our phones not paying attention to each other, so we chose to put our phones in a pile and unplug.
I think my first experience was freshman year. Me and Francesca were roommates, so we were in our dorm and we decided to start recording on our laptops, just talking about our current life situations to look back at in the future. And we really disconnected from our phones and were able to connect with each other and our lives.
My first experience, it started out just as our group chat name for me. It was kind of a funny joke when we were all distracted, sitting on the couch together if we were looking at our phones, and we'd say phones down, friends up, kind of just to be more engaged with each other and create more memories in person.
43 years old. I've never owned a cell phone in my life. I think it probably started because I'm by nature a contrarian, and I think if everyone else is getting something or doing something, probably more likely to avoid that or resist that. Once it was going on for a while and I just didn't have a cell phone and everyone else had a cell phone, it kind of became part of my identity, right? And so like, hey, he's the guy who doesn't have a cell phone. Hard to stop doing it once it becomes part of your identity, but I actually kind of like it. I think I'm happier without a cell phone. And like, if people ask me why I don't have one, I generally say like, I think I would be less happy if I had. Like, I'm not anti-technology. Like, I have a tablet that I use at home. Like I'm not anti-internet or anything like that. And it definitely helps that my wife has a cell phone, and like sometimes people will text her if they need to get in touch with me if it's an emergency.
My name is Roberto Rossi. I'm one of 4 brothers. and one of the partner owners of Rossi's Deli.
As a business owner, is having a phone or being on your screen influential for your day-to-day, and do you see any downsides to it?
I've been part of the business before crescendo of social media and Instagram. Definitely I had Facebook, and Facebook was a thing, but I think with Instagram, and I think with the amount of influencers that there are, especially in the food industry, it's been tremendously influential in the amount of people that see what we're doing and who we are. So that's a tremendous upside to what's going on with social media and specifically the business. The downside, and probably this is something that's more, that's a downside nationwide, is the amount of time that we're spending on our phone. Certainly the amount of time that I spend on social media is probably more than I would like. I would like to spend more time just being present, especially outside of work and outside of the deli and the office. I think that I would like to be a little bit more separate, and I find myself continually maybe checking on things, or people are able to contact you via DMing or whatever it may be. So that would be a downside, and I think there should be like a limit to the amount of time that we spend checking, posting, using social media, or using any of those forums.
What is your daily average screen time?
My daily average is 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh gosh. My screen time is 8 hours and 23 minutes, and I'm not proud of it, but it's the truth.
My daily average is 9 hours and 45 minutes.
Um, 4 hours and 20 minutes.
My screen time is 4 hours.
Why do you think your screen time is so high, and what can you do to lessen it?
I think there's many reasons why my screen time is high, but I think some of the main ones is the fact that I use my phone for my internship sometimes, and that definitely makes my screen time go up. And then another reason why I think my screen time is so high is because I don't usually watch TV shows on the TV. I usually watch it on my phone, and that can definitely make my screen time skyrocket.
In 1982, there were no phones. There were no cell phones. As a kid growing up, I left the house and my mom said, "Hey, be home by 6 for dinner." And I would be. Sometimes I'd go to a payphone, sometimes I wouldn't. But then when cell phones were introduced in a very rudimentary way, right? Bag phones came first, and everybody just got acclimated to having instant contact with one another, and then all of the social media and all those aspects, which are all consuming, including myself at age 66. I need to remind myself, phones down, Rob, phone down. Even in conversations with my family members and my wife, I'm holding the phone. I gotta drop the phone. Because the more that we know about each other, the more that we know we have in common that is not in common. And I think what's happening today, and I dare say most people would probably agree with this, is because we're not being personal with one another, we're not knowing one another, and it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have, different opinions on all kinds of things, but we need to share those opinions and those disagreements and our agreements to make it a better place.
When do you realize you need to get off your screen?
I need to get off my screen when I start to feel distracted and disconnected from what's in front of me, so I need to put it aside so I can focus.
Can you share a memorable experience you had while being present that you might have missed out on if you were on your phone?
Our junior year of college, all of us went abroad to Italy, and it was one of the most amazing experiences together. And one weekend, we decided that we were going to go to hike the Dolomites, and this really forced us to be together and make memories because we didn't have service in the mountains, and it ended up being one of our favorite trips together.
As a mother, I understand the importance of ensuring your children carry their phones for safety. But have you noticed any obsessive habits forming when it comes to them being on their phones too much?
Yes, as far as safety is concerned, both of my children have phones. On the topic of obsessive and destructive habits, they both have developed the need to check their phone with every alert and ding that comes through. They've also take it with them to the bathroom. They bring it with them to the supper table. And I worry about their mental health with the constant need for instant gratification.
Do you see social media being used to negatively affect your well-being?
Yes, especially with certain social media algorithms that are designed to divide us and definitely enhance the polarization that's going on. Serves as an active kind of method of certain agendas to go through and kind of contribute to misinformation.
How has being less distracted by your phone or device improved your time management skills?
So when I put down my phone, I'm still easily distracted by other things like hanging out with friends or watching TV, but it has helped me, especially with finals coming up, and being able to do my work and not get distracted so easily or procrastinate.
After knowing about phones down, friends up, is this something you would share with your family and friends? Have you inspired anyone else to reduce their phone usage?
Yes, my family is big on no phones, especially at dinner. We try to avoid screen time and using our phones, and after Phones Down, Friends Up came into play, I feel like I definitely implemented that with my hometown friends whenever I see them hanging out or going to dinner to be more present with them.
Have you noticed more opportunities for kindness or connection with others when you've been more present?
Yes, absolutely. I think that when you're more aware of your surroundings and you're looking up and not down at your phone, that you really can create more connections with even a stranger. But when you see your friends, when you see, someone who might need help or anything, I just think when you are more aware and you're in your world, that is when beauty can happen.
Do you wish you spent less time on your phone?
I do, because it would allow me to get more work done and probably be a lot more productive. So yes.
In one word, when you hear Phones Down, Friends Up, what do you think of?
Connections.
Rekindling.
Friendship.
Now,
Grateful.
Awareness.
Memories.
Present.
I would say socialize.
Incorporating Phones Down, Friends Up into my life does not mean that I have my life together or my screen time being a 0, because it's definitely not. We're all learning, growing, and working to be better, but the things around me are a constant reminder to focus on the now. When you have good people, a good mindset, or a good environment around you, you don't need any distractions.
I applaud this initiative in such a big way because we need to do more together outside of our phones. I mean, you hear the stories about people texting and talking to one another from around the corner, where you can put the phone down and actually go see that person and have that interaction, which is so important.
What's a better way to do it than fully being present during these precious moments?
Phones down, friends up.
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 Phones down, friends up. Join the movement.